y'all. This is Ciarfox. Welcome to my stream. I am here. And I'm not tired or anything. I also just realized I haven't taken my ADHD medicine. Oh, this is gonna go grand. 1 second. Really, my ADHD medicine works only half the time, it feels like. Alright, y'all. See if we can finish some, Alexander. He is. Let's see if we can. Ba, 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 ba. So now, everything we've been doing up to this point doesn't matter. Kind of like points in a game show. Stop making whose line this is anyways jokes. Nobody will get him. Snap click watches watch guard Steel Giant. Steel Giant will be going nowhere without Snap clicks knowing. I mean, technically, I think everybody will know if it starts moving. I must apologize again for my negligence last time, Ishnai. Rest assured, I have done my utmost to make it up to you with my latest invention. It may very well be my best yet. Excuse me, I have tickle in my throat. Yes, I have a good feeling about this mission. You don't do shit. This time we'll show him what that power mad gobby what for. If Quick Thinks truly has seen the future, we may very well be walking into a trap. Yet, what other choice do we have? Time paradox? Ah, Ishnai, all fired up and ready to go, are we? Then I'd best hurry up and brief you on a task at hand. In a nutshell, we'll be attacking the Primal on 2 fronts. Oh! Other people. As we speak, Ishtola is leading an attempt to cut off the Primal source of Aether. Our job in the meanwhile will be heading into the belly of the beast and rescue young Ariel. Without her to be the Enigma, already forgetting how to say it correctly, for them, Illuminati won't be able to turn back time anymore, giving us a fighting chance of beating the bastards. The chief reckons that the shortest path is through the giant's great fat noggin. I mean, I guess. The only problem being that it's inside the barrier. No worry though. Wedge's latest wonder will be take care of that. He dubs it the BBG2, which tells me is short for barrier be gone, but the thought that went through my mind is big bastard gun or big bitch gun. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that again. Which means we're gonna need to move fast. The chief will take the Excelsior as close as he can to Alexander's head. Then you'll jump off and secure us a way in. Wasting no time, you'll then climb aboard and Wedge will re-engage the barrier. All before our metal friend ever knows what's happening. Got it? Good. Because we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going. I'm gonna throw something out there really, really quick. I'm quite sure the Primal does know. It's just the reaction time of everybody else that's inside said. Else. Ready when you are. Oh, yay. I don't have... Well, that answers that. Absolutely fucking answers that. At least I can probably buy more. Thing in my... Yeah. It would be best to get a ring. Like a neck. What's that? Necklace? No, it's bracelet. Resets in 30 hours. Sure. Bracelets. Making sure. I've been up since 4, but I mean 4 p.m. But I mean, it'll save me for any amount of. Now is it enough? Oh, 20. I made 30. So goddamn close. I mean, I prefer low speed, but society also works. I also say, barely getting it over the line. They're gonna love me. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to the foundation. Not like I'm gonna be accidentally teleported back here or anything. We're going to the Upland. Fuck is that? Oh. Hey, stressful overtime. How are you? Hiya, Murray. How are y'all doing? Just PvPing. Well, how's the murder going along? There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window. 3 combo breakers. Yeah. Damn, you work. Exactly 50-50 winning. Nice. And you're not doing it on. You're just doing it on regular and not team match. The 5x5 thing. That's. Sorry if you've said before. As you said, the 5 versus 5 is the ranked. So hot, I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. Must have climbed. Maybe my arm's getting better after all. Why did he do it? What did we ever do to him? You don't do ranked anymore. Too stressful? No. Watch the thing come up on this. Come, my brothers and sisters. There's food and shelter enough for all in the Bastille. No point at... Ah. blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we're not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop, Sir Aramek. I'm ruining his name. I don't know why. Trust your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They only seek to lead you astray. And me. Do you request succor as well, miss? I bring the succor. In multiple different ways. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone too far. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the fairy guide your steps. Fussy fox! Fussy, fussy fox! Good thing I wasn't called in for that duty. God, during that. I'm kind of afraid to talk to you now in case I'm pulled into a fucking kind of half cutscene. Shit. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors begin shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our back. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. I'm wondering how well the flirting with the pretty girl is going for Thancred. I mean, they could both be a part of my, harem if they want, but I mean, it's entirely up to their choice. And I don't think Hilda is actually going to do anything with him. Of course, now that I'm standing right next to them. And I'll appear back in Adelshire anyways. Time to deactivate. I'm gonna be nice to them. And we'll watch that afterwards. I mean, apparently the Dragoon's also watching it through, so... But no, we'll watch it back at the, inn. Bounce, 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 bounce. Good that this seam does not hurt me. Fucking become a chimney sweep from Mary Poppins. Boobs story. I mean, more like a timey-wimey robot who got ruined by Moffat in the writing sense because he didn't understand what Doctor Who was really about. Oh no, I'm not angsty or anything. In! Let me in! I mean, it's really according to whether or not I've had my Snickers today. Bad joke is bad. Yes! Yes it is. Absolutely. I remember something about dodging in this fight and watching the floor. Got nothing else on that one. That's an Arab. That's an Arab. That's a shooting thingy. Oh, you're supposed to put them alive. I remember now. You did that. By the way, fucking epic music. Like, I can't help but think of, you know, Can Can from, the Can Can song from Moulin Rouge, because I'm continuously dating my age on this. Oh no. Button. concentrating, I'm not talking. You know, I'm gonna be a good healer on this. Yeah, I can tangent now. Distract me with things. No, please don't. Maybe. Who knows? I am epic. I shall stand in the rain. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are and we're coming. Ew. But it's according to, first of all, any injuries you may not have or anything like that, and talk to your doctor. Clear, it's best to bear back up before the big fellow gets restless. Wedge, get the big bastard gun, or bitch gun too, and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark! Poor Mark. We never knew what hit him. Bad joke bad, yes. You know, Yumari, knowing you absolutely have a topic, cat. Excellent timing, Yshtola. Ishnai has done it. Yes, I have always done it. We have a path clear to the heart of the beast. Good. 'Tis a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. Yshtola, please. Same may not be said for the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of aether proved wholly ineffectual. Quite why I cannot say, though I'm hopeful that one among us can. What, Minnie? On the basis she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd know better. Though I'm not surprised, since, many people get Saturday and Sunday off, and usually they're stupid about how they spend the rest of the weekend, so they often end up being more tired on Monday morning. Therefore, uses as excuse to, you know. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws aether from its surroundings, both to sustain itself and gain in strength. Master Matoya and I believe we could disrupt or at least inhibit the process of the means of arcanium by creating a vast, impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks. Which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they didn't work? Oh good, I didn't have to do that! Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the arcanima are functionally precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have yet been unable to ascertain, they had no measurable effect on the primal. Alright, out with it, Mitty. If there's anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We're running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began in a galaxy far, far away. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when one stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine, if I but heeded his words. Ascian? Was he an Ascian? No, he was not. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was posing at the time. Nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then and only then shall your hopes and dreams become reality. Are we doing the time traveler's wife shit? She rushed on him. I don't know if that's the same guy. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn with the tip of metal, which seemed so foreign as to hail from another world. I mean, I'm quite sure they have the horns over in Eastern World land, where eastern part of this place. Seems so foreign and hail from the other world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend Trava. That it was gone. Trava Chet, I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. In the days before the Calamity, I might have guessed that the Ascians had a hand in this. Sorry, for 1 second, this kind of positive thing is, I should have known the Ascians. You should always think that the Ascians are involved until it is proven otherwise. It's just how it should work. The horde which you speak once was rumored to reside in Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate etheric energy in the very air around us. Or other words, always Organization 13 and Xemnas. Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation might ensure were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Ah, too bad. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third corps is using the horn to draw aether from far and wide. Tis little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving in Ilm, the Primal possesses the means to drain not just the land of aether, but our very star. Then our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Percussive force! Violence! Also, it was gonna happen anyways, either way. Indeed, and yet we must be wary. No, we don't. We have seen the core's time reversed once before, and we may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there's not to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. I don't know. Kill the guy in charge. Have you ever thought of that? Can he exist in this strange limbo state if he can't fix it? They are free to turn back the clock again and again, the primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We can't just give up. Wedge doesn't look like we're giving up. Let the adults think. No, we press on. Why is this a question of whether we press on or not? It's like either do or die kind of thing. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gabi girl. If we can rescue Ariel, Quick thinks we'll have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through my no negligence that, blah 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 blah, acquired it. It is now endangers, our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a scion, I should do in all my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. Why do you have to even say it that way? We already knew this. Then it begins. I will send word to our friends in Edelshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Ishnai, prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Ariel commence. There are two cats! If they touch each other, does it become a time paradox where everything explodes? It's okay, Gabi. They may or may not explain this to us. See, Shiono on top of the whirly cog. This is different curl kitten, so Bax has named her Schrodinger. How do you know about Schrodinger then? Let's say, Schrodinger is not a completely common name by Gabi standards by the looks of it. What does it mean? Bad joke. Bad joke! The cat's both dead and alive. You know, quantum physics. Since all this thing is dealing with quantum physics as well. They just said they saw Snow on top of the standing on top of the Colossus at Quick Think's side, just as you expect her to be. Do you think Backrick's new pet is just a long-lost littermate? The resemblance is truly uncanny. Timey, wimey, soundy, woundy. Okay, sorry. Even if we succeed in freeing Ariel, what will remain of the girl we once knew? To the Illuminati, she's a little more than a cog in their divine machine. They need her alive, but no more than that, and they will not have scruple to use any means necessary to force her to compliance. Well, I mean, if they truly mind break her, then I mean, she wouldn't do anything anyways. Schrodinger is a guy that should never be allowed near any pets or radioactive material. Isotopes. Meow. 7 hells. It wasn't even enough that those Illuminati lunatics had a bleeding time machine, was it? I mean, good that it can't move in the sense of it doesn't move from our star. Could be like the TARDIS, where it can enter the joke, where it can go to different planets as well. So it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole any time machine that does exist within the theory of energy and E equals MC squared and all this other stuff is capable of destroying time, space, planets. I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future, past, and present all rolled into one. Well, if the planet does get destroyed, it is the future getting destroyed, and anybody who knew anything of the past being destroyed, and also the present being destroyed. So it's still all rolled into one. There before the goblins. Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Backricks lately? It turns out the kitten you met wasn't Shino after all. It's just a doppelganger. He's already taken the furball is right there! The furball is right there! I don't know what you're saying, you take it back! Given the name Schrodinger, or how you pronounce Schrodinger's! Anyway, let's head back myself. See you. It is literally still right there. It is still right there. He didn't take it back to shortstop. Ready to head back to the belly of the beast, Ishnai? I mean, do I have a choice? Alright, let's get the rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news! While the barrier was down, we were able to get our first good look inside Alexander's innards. And we didn't set a bomb. As far as we can tell, Ariel is being held captive in what seems to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus. Called, helpfully, Central Control. Where did you get the name? Was there like a map that gave you the exact name of it? As to how we, reach it, do you remember that you infiltrated Midas and there was this cavernous room with a great city, dirty city inside? Aye, well, we've spotted one of those floating platforms which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to go. How much time did you... Don't question. The quickest route to the city is straight through the giant's head. I mean, we could do this Persona 5 style and use a fucking gun. You could go through the hatch and open it us for the last time, taking any guards, and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the chief and the others will be making their way to you via Midas after setting out in advance to sweep the place for any nasty surprises. Once you're all reconvened, I will forget anyway how to say any of these correctly. It's time to restore the control room. You think how many times I've heard that rendezvous or whatever. Whatever, it disappears out the side of my, head on that. Actually, there's a lot of simple words that do the same thing, but this is a French word. Well, me and Wedge staged a little diversion. Got all that? Good. Then let's crack some Illuminati skulls. Well, if you're just doing a diversion, wouldn't they already know, so it wouldn't count as a diversion? Since it is time warp thing. I'll go with Sid, Ysola, and Red Midas of any lurking Illuminati ambushers. Ariel was counting on us, friend. Be safe, and I'll see you inside. Well, yeah, Ariel wouldn't be caught if it wasn't for Wedge. We're 99% certain that the... sorry. That codex. The E-codex. Okay. Sorry, my mind had the moment of the E-codex, which is earlier than the G-codex. Goddamn mind. Is also in central control. Both Ariel began requiring to operate the Colossus. Intriguingly, the platform which takes us there seems to have been installed quite recently. One can only assume that the original design sought to make the place less readily accessible for security reasons. Happily, however, the Illuminati favored a more practical arrangement. Yeah, game developers. You know, from here on out, it's going to be called the G Codex, from that horrible joke I was making. No, I'm not. I'm not a mature person. God forbid. And I'm not going to be screaming the world anytime that they're totally going to do timey-wimey shit in this battle. Average time wait is 10 minutes. Fuck. And I'm doing this as a healer. Well, I guess we know where we're going back. Bum 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 bum. Picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Oh well. Finished then? No, I just arrived back because I was bored. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on listening into Blink-182 and what's my age again bullshit. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than a muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we were to identify the culprits. Oh, you're with me on that. If you are questioning the refugees, we suspect the scene of several of the fires, including one near St. Renamalada's Cathedral and another one near the tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists could contribute to fail miserably. On the two occasions when their target was the bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. It could be a diversion or like throw us off the red herring, that word. Wonder if the video. Yeah, 10 minutes. It said something about asking Alpha No about it. You know, the apparently most intelligent person we have here, who would know so much about, you know, arson, rather than, you know, the rogue here, who deals with more of the underbelly kind of people, versus, like I said, the boy that's from those accepted into, you know, the scholar's life at age 12 and was already a part of the upper echelons of MMM. Okay. Go on. can't wait to try out. I guess because I am the healer at heart. I can't wait to find out how Sage plays. I haven't looked at any of it. I'm gonna learn it on my own and then proceed to fuck it up and then go look at a guide later, but I just want to experience it originally myself. Can't remember what last time playing an MMO I ever got that chance, because I was with people who were mid-maxers who told me exactly what was the best way to play rather than let me figure out what I wanted to do. I mean, like I said, I'll start taking suggestions after, but there's a certain amount of flow that I'm betting a lot of people wouldn't use shift on the second bar. Like right down here is shift, and they'd use something like control, but I like to keep my fingers higher up on the keyboard. Yeah, so my friends will always be like, do alt or something, and I just... But shift is just easier, it's there, I don't have to... I'm not as good at keyboards as I'd love to say, even though I, you know, literally there's pictures of me next to my dad as a baby, as he's holding me on his chest and I'm sleeping, like, next to a computer. What in the Indiana fucking Jones is this? I don't remember this at all. Oh god. Oh god. Often, I guess it's just me. When I lean down to do something like Control or Alt, my fingers end up often on the wrong positions when I slide it back up. And, you know, I'm not going to be looking at my keyboard here. I didn't want the spike ball in my face. Oops, quips. I forget now that I am level 60, I can use this and the fuck. Yes, and the fuck. Use the fuck. What Skyrim thing is this now? Or like old, you know, I don't like these balls anymore. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't like these balls anymore if they're used on me. Yes, phrasing is important. That's why I failed phonics. And English. Actually, not really. Excellent work, old friend. The platform are a shortcut to the heart of the machine. All seems quiet on our front. 7 hills. We've got company. Oh, really? Do I have to rescue them too? Okay. The thought that jumped in my mind and then ran all the way the fuck out was one of the things I've noticed since I've been doing, you know, the roulettes a lot to level up certain things. Is there's been a lot of summoners. Like, I've had entire teams where raids and everything where it's just summoners as DPS. And I'm wondering if there's a reason why there's suddenly so many fucking summoners. There you are, Ishnai. We were met by a small welcoming party, but it was nothing we couldn't handle, for once. Vix and Wedge just contacted me while they're heading here as we speak. Oh no! Ariel! So this is the G Codex. Y'all aren't getting that joke. Rewind about 20 minutes in. What's my age again? I mean, I didn't actually really enjoy doing a summoners thing. A class. Kind of like how I didn't enjoy being a scholar either, but I mean, I don't know how much they changed the expansion after I played and the new expansion and all this other stuff, but I can at least with confidence say, since I've tried all of the classes, even though I didn't get them all the way, the only one I didn't get all the way up was Monk. Is a Summoner was one of, and Scholar were two of the classes that I was least excited to level. Third Final Core, 12 of Mercy, if you could see the volume of the Aether issuing from it. Yeah, no, Scholar is not for me. I can understand why it can be for some people, just not me. Yes, much swirly bright. Time wings can spread, travel over times, make bad things good again. Could be. Could it be? Do we have the power to change the past? I am an astrologer! I could erase my mistakes. I could see... Girl. 3 years ago, Mitty lost Dear One. Mitty want Dear One back, yes? Ariel helps me. There's gotta be a catch to this. Ariel, no, you must save your strength. Mitty worries too much. Ariel is strong, Gobby. Uplanders hold on to brain cases. Time wings spread. I loved White Mage mainly because it allowed me to memorize the mechanics easier. And then there were some, like, past a certain point, there were some tricks I figured out on making it a, I guess, making sure that, because I repeat, I was with mid-maxers, and so my DPS amount, there's a level of overhealing that I couldn't do on these people who had these gauges that you're technically not supposed to have. And I was required to have a certain amount of DPS because there's no point in all this other stuff. And White Mage was the better one of them that I could minimize my overhealing and maximize my DPS. So that's what I was trying to say. 7 Hells, has the girl gone mad? Stop this, Ariel. Stop, I say. I feel like the cat is Ariel suddenly. I can't quite comprise why. Since the She seems to have the attention span of a cat. If I have to do all those fucking raids over again, I am gonna be a ball of not fucking happy. Biggs, where are we? Timey wimey sounds. You know, I'm not sure. Why is everything spinning? Well, that doesn't mean that, people don't do it anyways. Especially elitists. And when you're stuck with a group of them. Biggs, Wedge. But some of them went on to be a part of the groups that helped first clear like the final extremes during well, reliably on Stormbringers. Big Wedge, can you hear me? Ciarfox is engaging in time's distortion mechanism. We're hurling into the past. I can make a 2001 Space Odyssey joke, I can make a Star Trek joke, I can make a... Oh my god, there's... What's with sci-fi and having it? Stormbringers, whatever, I am... Shadowbringers, I am... Hey look, I called Heaven's Ward, Heaven's Sword for the fucking longest time! Hurling into the past. Where what? I mean, Spaceballs kind of had it, but also had it as a joke, more or less, because you could view it on the screen, but didn't actually involve anything but a joke. I have not played Chrono Trigger. I do have it. That's an eventuality one. But... one of the next planned things to do... Hello. No touchy. No touchy! My channel was more or less started because I know I have to balance things out, you know, with getting more viewers to be able to do this, but one of the stated goals of my channel is to show off good indie games that I really like. I've kind of mostly been doing non-indie games recently. I think the last time I did a really, well, besides Stardew Valley, but was back when I celebrated my 500 followers. So we're going to... I have a few indie games in mind to do when I am thinking, and the key of this thinking, I know that this is supposed to be an important, you know, cutscene, all this other stuff, is I'm thinking probably to slow down about when I get to the beginning of Stormblood or whatever. So A, I can level up the characters and then come back for it, but B, to do... Yeah, World of Warcraft. No, I'm not going to do it. Say, I already do Genshin and Honkai, and they're like, oh, do Zin's whatever zone. I'm like sitting here going, I can only safely do 2 gacha games because, dear lord, if I didn't have the control and time to be able to, you know, kind of farm those gems, I would absolutely have no control on not spending my own money, which I don't have. People are like, oh, play Wuthering Heights. Nope, 2 gacha games is where we're going. I don't think I can do another MMO besides this one either. Zinlist real, yeah. Well, all of them are in the Hoyo universe. They're all connected to some degree. They just haven't said how much they are connected to each other. Diggs, over here! You're not gonna believe this! Yeah... Genshin started as a joke, more or less. And Honkai Star Rail started because I liked Genshin, and Hoyo seemed to have really interesting ways of doing stories. And I started Honkai kind of as a joke because I saw the Foxian race, and of course as a Fox VTuber, there is no choice there, is there? I have to. Now what's Minnie doing down there? With those... Hold on, they're performing the summoning ritual. Bugger me, we really are in the past. Don't step on a butterfly, don't step on a butterfly, don't step on a butterfly, don't step on a butterfly. References to short sci-fi stories, references to short sci-fi stories. Who knows you're a nerd? What's the 7 hell? Someone's taking control of the Colossus? Hold tight. I think it's about to go berserk. Guns. Damn it all. This isn't right. We must abort the summoning. Quick, Minnie, the seal. Oh, so it's happening again? Oh, he got sucked. I mean, no, I like Genshin. I refuse to play Fortnite though. A, because I'm not that interested in that kind of stuff anyways. TF2 pissed me the fuck off when I had to play it with friends anyways, because that's just not my type of game. PvP altogether pisses me off. But I mean, can I understand why other people like it? I don't like it. Angry cat. Hi, Lone Wolf, how are you? What's Metal Making Kitty doing? Well, that's when the cat showed up. And that's the book that he might be following? Interesting day, I can understand that. Well, also the gems are really reasonable on getting. You know. Oh, would you look at that? Time is a closed circuit. I'm sorry you had a depressing day. Hopefully I can make it cheerier. To whatever degree I can make something cheerier. But yeah, I know better, because one of the other agreements was, when I started, was that I would, only allow, if I'm going to pay money, only allow it through tips that the viewers gave me. That's how it's been. But no, I had problems a long time ago, back on games like the Kingdom Hearts Unchained King, or whatever they kept on changing it to. Spending money on cards and stuff and all this other stuff, and I just needed to not. Because they're designed to play on for people like my ADHD and autistic brain, so go back to our own time. Past is made right, and now we return to now times. Treasure Hunter's friends die as it is writ as it must be. Uplanders serve quick things well today. Like I said, it's a closed loop time warp. There it's okay, now we get to explain, you know, how time travel or the beliefs within quantum mechanics work. Is every decision splits off from each other, so it's its own timeline. what the belief is for one of them. And the closed loop one believes that any action you do will always still equal what is supposed to be, because that's how how it's been written, and you're on this set course. So even if you go back in time, that was supposed to happen. All that other stuff. So nothing changes. Things breaks into bitty pieces, fit Uplander. Not grasping meaning. Quickly breaks into tiny pieces, fit Uplander's tiny brain cases. Time is a flat, round shape. I thought it was a timey-wimey, you ball. Doctor Who. All things Uplanders and Gobbies did, are doing, and will do, happen over and over and over again for all of times. So this is a fight we're never gonna win, or it's gonna... So when Minnie and her friends attempted to summon Alexander 3 years ago, what they actually saw was us traveling back in time. But that's Matt. No, it is not. It's absolutely just written out there quite clearly. Time is an endless circle. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, by and by? My failure, my pain, my suffering, it was all doomed to unfold like this from the very beginning. I mean, such is life! Why are you surprised by this? This is fucking life! That's how... that's how life exists, even if there is no time travel. Let us away quick. Come on! No, this is dad joke. Minnie must hurry! You know, why don't I just pull a rescue thing, pulling her in? No, nothing remains for me out there. My past, my future, my past, my reason for being, it all ended before it ever began. In this dad trick, yeah. Bitch, just tie her up and bring her with us. No emo. God damn it. Biddy, we're not gonna stop him! Not like we don't have any ability to! Oh no, what are we gonna do? How many I don't even want to look up. Fine, no, I'll look up. How many fucking trials are with this goddamn film? Yes, random noises are random. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I'm sitting here and it only does lists off. I'm on the wiki, console games, and it only lists off. Like, there's Gortys, Midas, the creator, and then of course the savage versions of those. Each raid series always has 12, so the Bahamut one also has that? What is going on? Oh, what? Nice. Okay. Oh, that's adorable. I guess those are for printing? Okay, so... Oh, that's a cute mount. I mean, cute as in that it looks like it will eat me, but I mean, not in the fun way, but awesome way. And not in the sex way, but in the vicious monster way. Look, I have strange listings of what's considered cute. I consider Odogaron cute. And I consider Valhazak cute. In the vacuum elder dragon kind of dead, rotting meat hanging off way. Good to see you safe, Ishnai. Whatever happened in the control room anyways. As for us, on second thought, let's save that for another day. Uplander has seen, Ariel, Backrex hopes she's safe. As her Backrex push, Backrex is not liking high places much anymore. I mean, she was with us. Where is she now? Is she with Sid? She better be with Sid. Or I'm gonna chuck... or I'm gonna punt Wedge off the side, because all this thing of her getting captured was entire his fault anyways. Oh, there she is. Chief, Yustola, and Ariel, why wasn't they right with me? Never have I been so bloody glad to see you. I thought we'd never make it back in one... Wait, where's Mitty? She's being an emo... And we're being stupid and allowing her to be. Mitty says stays behind Giant of Whirly Cogs. All because of Ariel. Ariel must go back to the Giant of Whirly Cogs. Save Mitty. God damn. Leave that to us, child. Yes, leave that to us. Wedge, get Jesse! Jesse! Oh, sorry. I'm not making that squeak because... Do we actually get to meet Jesse in this? Tell her to bring the Excelsior around. Have we met Jesse yet in this game? No, I'm not a nerd of Final Fantasy. Even though I don't much care for the answer, we finally know the truth behind the events of that day 3 years past. The Illuminati masterminded the massacre, and through some ungodly trick of time... It is not ungodly! It is a primal. It is considered a god. Therefore, it is an ungodly. Trick of time. It was us that brought them there to do the deed. I mean, closed loop time. Closed loop time. What about Mitty? The only thing keeping her going was the hope that her abused soul lives on the machine. But seeing what happened to the poor bastard. I mean, first of all, this does not just prove that it can't happen. He was sucked into a... you know, whirlpool of suckage and then brought back to this time. So he could still be alive there. It's not like he's had to sit in there for 3 years. I witnessed the truth with her own eyes, sucked into the core of the Colossus to sate the primal's appetite. If aught remains of him, no more than heat and light. Why are you so sure about that? We don't understand how half this guy works, and the whole thing about time travel was the only thing we found out more recently. Making my excellent adventure. Is that a reference to an 80s movie? Jesse has the nerve to give me a dressing down for not saying please. Said I was getting too big for my britches. Does she have any idea what we've been through, honestly? If you want to be even more honestly, I'm still gonna chuck you for, you know, somehow not keeping up with the fucking gobby child. And letting her get captured. Big says instructions for you from Sid. Go say hi to him because apparently Pearl Links still don't exist. Except when they do. Quick thinks the future's already been writ, eh? That we're fighting a losing battle. Well, I've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we, Ishnai? Well, first of all, we have to ask, where would they get the writings for the future itself if we're in a time loop that is continuously so that they never, that we never win and they never lose? Ariel is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning time on us anymore unless they figured out a way of doing it. Who knows? And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we got ourselves a path straight to the third and final core. Aye, the heart of the Colossus! But will it bring back my love from, you know, the Shadow Realm or whatever happens in Shadow of the Colossus? I didn't finish reading that. By the way, did I sleep well? I mean, sleep did occur. Being awoken every 2 hours also occurred. Because my body just decided to wake up every 2 hours. Wasn't like there was anything waking me up, actually, at all. It's just I would turn over, and I'd be awake, and then I'd glare at the clock. I got up for about 30 minutes after I couldn't go back to sleep and took some more melatonin. By the way, do not take any medical advice from me, other than going to see your doctor. I'm gonna be right back. I need to use the restroom, suddenly. I know it. Alright, back! Let's go finish this episode of Blink. Thank you. And, you know, totally not, later bring back, enemies that were best in a one-episode setup. Talking about you, Weeping Angels. Black Grix is the chief preparing for the mission. I'll be watching over, Ariel's treasures. In the meantime, call me a softie, but I'm really starting to see the beauty in them. Okay, so what you thinking? I'll do it after this raid. You're still returned to Edelstyle to tend to Ariel. Poor thing, if it's been a cog in the Colossus hadn't taken a toll on her mind and body, she now blames herself for the loss of her friend. All the more reason to disable that core and get Mitty out of there, unless she's emo and won't come out. The chief's already listed Backricks to join us at the time around. You can count on Biggs and meet as well, of course. Let me go see if they're in the... actually see Y'shtola in them there. Or it's just gonna say they're there without being there. I mean, I like the music from Ren. I'm not sure I'm particularly fond of the story itself. But that's just my opinion. Alright. Because, like, the filmmaker guy I just want to hit over the head because he's being an elitist artist person. that I've absolutely met in college who believes that, you know, their shit doesn't stink and likes to be the what, starving and wounded artist when he's been given the opportunity to for his art, basically. Not all artists have to suffer to do art, and how he, especially like how he treats his family to some degree of, oh, his mom's worried about him, oh, she's just a nag. I mean, she can kind of, it's just, oh, why am I not skipping scene? Oh, I need to go back and see the other scene. For when we're getting into the one of them, I don't remember. It's not to say that artists aren't going to suffer to some degree, but purposefully making yourself suffer because you think that'll make your art better is something absolutely stupid. Or like make somebody else suffer because of it. Like, oh, since I, you know, won at this whatever lottery that is art, you want to follow my footsteps? Then you must learn how to suffer and basically teach other artists that that's how it works, when it fucking doesn't. I say as starving artists, kinda starving and suffering artists to some degree, but like I said, I shouldn't say much. I wouldn't say I'm starving either. I'm just poor because I keep getting. It's not like I don't get a normal job and not get fired of them because of my autism, because I piss off the wrong kind of people. By accident. Or pizza artist, yeah. Very techno. I don't. I mean, technically anything's legal if you don't get caught. I said nothing. Up, up. I feel like I should hide. Fuck. Well. The two healers are dead. I'll just be back here drinking non-alcohol. I also have a pally. Or not. No. Just became a floor tank. Every dragoon's dream. I was about to say, and we already have two of them. I was trying to click on them. I literally had my key over it. It's just, if hold X, it holds. Okay, I didn't realize that part. Okay, so the person's supposed to get on the other side of that. Cool! I will forget that in 5 seconds. I mean... the butt. fucking added quick time events to this? What's this bullshit? What's this bullshit? I'm quite sure it's been in here before, but it's just kind of... Like, I'm already having to quick time everything else. I'm a healer. No, it does not. God, no! Wait. Go back through and watch the ones that we had to skip. Outstanding, Ishnai! You did everything again! Another Illuminati creation reduced to scrap metal. I'll wager the mere sight of you is enough to send the gobby scrolling back to the drawing board. Shut the fuck up. I'm betting no. I'm betting this is all a part of their plan. There it is, the heart of the beast. Now only I can see it up close to comprehend the true scale of the thing. I've seen bigger in many different things. To reach the size of this short space of time, well, it is manipulating time. The core must be taking in an aether at a possibly ungodly... Why are we using the unboard ungodly again? If it's able to do it, and it's a godly rate. I'll be willing to wager it can regrow itself faster than we can ever hope to chip away at it. Which means we'll have to change tact. The central control room houses everything required to operate the Colossus. It's not inconceivable that it might offer us a way to regulate or even shut it off. Oh really? Because it is called the control room. Kind of like how you hit control on a keyboard and it used to actually mean something back when programming happened and you had to type out everything. I'm teasing. Don't hate me out, programmers. I took programming classes twice. Failed both of them. Well, I dropped them before I could officially fail them. C++ is a bitch. And I didn't understand it at all. flow of aether to the core. Of course, any attempt to control Alexander is doomed to fail without guidance of the G Codex. And there's only one person alive who can access its secrets. Somebody who knows where the G spot is? Anyways, it's not Ariel because she's a child. But Chief, we really need to drag the poor girl back here. What if she falls into the Illuminati hands again? Well, I don't know. We won't have you guard her. As it has written, so shall it be. Uplanders waste their tongue flaps. I mean, you're currently doing the same thing by talking to us about this. Quick Think has been seen the future, the true future, and it ends very badly for Uplanders. Very, very badly. Tongue flaps. Lip flaps. They say both. Uplanders just think they lazy walk into central controls. No. However, I will throw you off the edge. See, the thing is, he's right there. If he is no longer here, will he continue to be in a dust state if things keep on rewinding? Because he's the one that has the control on it. Just kill the fuck out of him and steal the book from him, and you'll know the answers to what's happening. All passages are sealed, all floaty boards disabled. The only way left here is through the core chamber. And when Uplanders come next, it'll be the Uplanders' ends. Quick Thinks has seen it. What? Shoot him! Shoot him! Oh, good cat. Good kitty. Bad Snow. Bad kitty. I didn't read the... Cat has the same idea I do. The cat is smarter than any of our characters combined, and I am a half-cat girl! Oh, Wedge, is it just me, or are you getting the feeling we've seen all this happen before? Shut up, both of you. Just get the fuck out. Oh, you little cute baby. Why has it not let me pet the cat? I feel like this is a grave oversight. Kind of like it took forever for Genshin to allow us to pet the cats, but you can't pet the dogs currently. Well, technically I'm a fox girl. Hi, Rocket, how are you? It's watch your book of Backricks. And looking, writings end where Backricks leaves off, where Snow sends the watcher book spinny flying from Backricks' fingers. What? You mean the book that Quick Thinks has been reading all this time is your journal? All of you are stupid as fuck. Stop taking your lead and arsenic and mercury cadmium pills. Same journal that slipped from your hands when we traveled back in time. So that's how he was able to anticipate our every move. He is no prophet, just a guy with delusions of grandeur and a diary from the future. He's always had delusions of grandeur. I don't know why the entire time you didn't think that in the first place. So the glorious bleeding future he was always going on about, the one that was writ, was nothing but... Yes, repeat back to me what we were just told. You ever seen? Bugger me, I just had a thought. Oi, cat, are you Schrodinger from the shortstop, or are you Quick Think's familiar Showa? Twice for yeah, was it, Chief? She deserves treats and all the all the fishies. I believe you know it. She's both. After Schrodinger went toppling down from the Colossus, and don't ask me how she survived the drop. She's a cat. They can survive from like I think the highest they had it was like from the 34th floor. And in fact, the way veterinarians when they put together the data said is a cat is more likely to survive the higher the fall is from, because it gives them enough time to rotate themselves around so that they can land better than they can other ways. Quintic's founder took her and gave her a new name. It's like they're two cats, but also one. At the same time, who knew that they'd be, you know, making any, you know, quantum mechanics references with the name? Ever! Setting aside the moment, the question of whether or not it even makes sense, what possessed the confounded cat, whatever you want to call her, to do this in the first place? I swear, all she's been doing is make a right old mess of everything. She's a cat! What else are you need to be explained? It's a cat! They literally will look at you and knock a fucking glass off the side of the table, even though you told them not to. Now, Wedge. Taking out frustrations on a meowing kitten won't get us any closer to dismantling the core. Get back to the crux of the matter. Also, I don't know how the rules of familiars work, but one of the familiars, the frog guy that we had to do for the Aether Currents, mentioned about if they aren't with the familiar they're as a familiar, they have to be near and prove useful to their masters, because it's kind of like a binding contract. Not completely binding, but then they morph back into what they once were if they don't. That's the reason why there's a bunch of frog people outside the Master Matoya's cave, is because those were the familiars summoned by students and scholars that left when the Exodus happened. Backrex, you said the journal ends right where you left off. Yes? That's nothing but blank pages from that point on. Well, we did have a Gabi right there with delusions of grandeur, trying to you know, to some degree, up the ante to believe that, you know, do mind tricks and think that he knew more than he really did, because he really didn't know anything, and he definitely wasn't a prophet. Did you hear that, everyone? Though Quick thinks would have us believe otherwise, the future from here onward, that is still to be written. I'll be damned if we don't be the ones to write it. Also, general thought that also occurred to me. I don't remember Blackstrix being in the Colossus at the time by which to know exactly where to stand, to have him stand for the thing to drop on. The platform. I'll be damned if we weren't. Look, I'm an astrologian. I've been doing this all as an astrologian. All this bullshit about the future thing, I can fucking pull cards and manipulate the future. The future can be nudged in different directions by the heart of the cards. Why are we leaving the cat there? Why? That is the greatest set ever. I am anger. I hate myself now, right now. The future book is gone, but no matters. All know of true timelines are safe up here in Quick Think's brain case. Quick Think's is chosen one. Mender of history. Truth is unchanging. Those delusions. True times choose Quick Thinks to do their bidding. True times sends Shinoa to the past, deliver Quick Thinks to the Book of Knowledge. True times thinks lives inside, guiding all of Quick Think's doings. What if true time is also leading it to your death? Every tongue flap, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quick Things brings the world closer and closer to perfection. Guide Illuminati to rightful places, rulers of the New World. New World Order! Times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Quick Things needs no future book, no Gabi girl. Quick Things needs nothing Nothing and no one but own self. Future is chosen, quick thinks. Yes, even now the power granted by true times wells from quick thinks' fingertips. Power beyond understanding of the uplanders' feeble brain cases. Alexander! Overwatcher of true times. Deliver divine judgment. I didn't finish reading that. What if this? You thinking you understand, you know, the future and all this other stuff. It's just the Asians, as they do, fucking things over. As they do, because that's the whole point. All roads lead to the Asians! The other thought that jumped through my mind, because I am absolutely ADHD, was... And all roads lead from the ass. I'm going away now. My brain! Why? The only reason Quick Thinks is able to predict the future was because he stumbled onto Blackrick's Watcher book 3 years ago. That's nearly as impressive as being some kind of chosen one, to say it at least. Bitch, say that again around me. All those uncanny predictions and impeccable timing actions, it's all just a sham. Say that again to the astrologian me. Not just the main character me. But without his precious book to guide him, it looks like the game is finally up. No, I think there's a few more expansions coming out. Bad joke, bad. Bad joke, bad! Let's see if I got this right. 3 years ago... Timelining this shit. Quick thinks of the back then. You mean past? Why are you adding more words in there? Are you trying to also write an English paper essay? Found the journal that Backricks of now dropped. Present Backricks, which was only possible because we traveled into the past. Back to the past, Jack. Which time? But with time being a circle and all that, will the circle be unbroken? But like I said, I'm gonna do the song after the raids are finished. So he had a look inside, and not knowing the truth of the matter, got it in his head he was some sort of prophet chosen to set history straight. And Shinoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question, there are about 1,000 more questions than this one probably that he's gonna ask. Why did that bloody cat start this in this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting the motion this ridiculously convoluted series of events? I don't know, game writers! Another answer found, another question raised. Eh, Ishnai? I hate every single one of you. And I say that in the nicest, sweetest, bless your heart kind of southern way. Judgment Day. We shall have independence. Oh, wrong thing. Alright, Ishnai, this is it. The final countdown. Or wait, no, the final thing. The thing we've been working for this entire time that always seems to, you know, be the ending statement when it never really is. We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our chance is to get back to the central control room because we keep leaving and coming back. This is almost as bad as Fatal Frame 5 where, you know, all the bad things are happening up in the mountain. But we're just going to go back to the city for now. Not like we're going to be, for some goddamn convoluted reason, being drawn back to the forest from there when you could have just stayed safe by not going anywhere into the forest anymore. We also know that there's only one way in, and that Quick Thinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Why are you thinking that I'm not okay with beating things? I've been doing that this entire time. Now, we can be pretty sure he can't see the future, but I can. Astrologian, hello? Or at least a glimpse of the future, at least. And without Ariel to read the codex for him, he won't be able to turn back time on us either. But he's still a power mad maniac with some of the deadliest machina in the realm at his disposal. Well, if he can't control it, then he doesn't really have it, does he? And after losing the book of his, I'm pretty sure his trigger fingers are pretty bleeding itchy. You said that he can't control Alexander, so there's no reason to worry! I mean, I'm still gonna murder him, but I mean... we best be ready for a battle and a half. We? Where's the we in this? Muscle against man. Muscle against metal, man against machine. Gods, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Maybe all three. Maybe get the fuck away from me if you're gonna do that. Here comes the chief now. It's time to move out. Oh, we're walking back. Are we gonna walk back out again? Hey, Heidelin! Tick, tock, tick, tock. Time moves on. Imperfect. I'm not gonna do it that way. Past giving way to perfect future, worthy or unworthy place in the new world order. Alexander will judge. Well, being that I beat that game, I haven't done the, you know, extra stuff. It's a reasonable game for a Digimon game. Oh wait, we're not talking about that. Hey, I heard that you're trying to learn piano and you have no rhythm. Here, have this metronome. Also, Zivalda! Dio! Alexander Dio! Yes! All is as quick foresees. The true hammer of Alexander falls upon the Uplanders, though in Final Fantasy 9 it was a sword. Ignorant and unworthy are now welcome in the Illuminati future. Here, the Uplanders meet their end times, and then I shall pull a Joestar, and then suddenly, you know, absolutely be able to move in it. Huh? Done it. Bitchin'. Anyways, how you doing, you solo? Feel like showing up now? What? Freeze time field deactivated? Posh, no matter. Uplanders will be reduced to a smoldering dust. Fire! No, we're gonna pull a King Crimson, aren't we? All of the, okay, a lot of the, JoJo Bizarre Adventure jokes are coming along. Bitch fucking missed. How could you miss? They were like 5 feet in front of you! Oaks, quips. 7 hells. Now that was a bit close for comfort. Is everyone alright? I have... main protagonist, this isn't... too close for comfort. That doesn't... It's usual comfort for me right now. A Colossus inside the Colossus. Therefore, the thing inside the Colossus would not be a Colossus if it's inside a Colossus. There's a sizing difference. Look, I don't know what that thing is. Also an orb and not a Colossus. Pretty sure I know where it went, or more accurately, when. If I'm not mistaken, what we're looking at is a localized distortion of time. I thought you didn't believe in time travel, and now you have this entire, like, a lexicon to go with it? The only question is when our metal friend will reappear, Yeah, I know, right? Better not to wait. Lest catch us unaware. Ishnai, I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing because I am safe because of the, you know, Heidelin thing. We'll secure a path to the central control while you do. Good luck. But... maybe someday, you might actually go in there instead of forcing me to do it. You seem to hate me. You want to kill me. Sorry, I just... Bad joke, bad. Bad joke, bad! I'm quite certain. Yeah, it is time. This time. It is absolutely this time. There's no other time. We're gonna, you know, this is the last time. This is the end. Sorry. I'm quite certain we witnessed another manipulation of time by whom? Who the fuck? You're the smartest, stupidest man I've ever known. I mean, in this game, currently. That's not saying much, though. with Ariel gone and the G codex rendered useless, it can't very well be the Illuminati. Could Alexandria have a will of its own? Just for the love that is not here right now. At any rate, we stand ilms from the core. Yes, stand. Not walking, not running, not, you know, doing anything else. Chatting. Not even walking and talking. Whatever the true nature of the entity that awaits you there, you can be sure it'll be no foe you faced before. Godspeed. I faced off against a fucking Dio character already in the Astrologian storyline. And I'm quite sure I faced off something similar to that in the Crystal Tower, in the sense of distortion and all this other stuff. And woman cloud pot face cloud of darkness shit. Anyways. Yes, I make sense. No, I don't. Talk about a narrow escape. Bitch, you're so short, it would have gone over you anyways. No, it literally, if the kind of thing of how I had to jump out of the way, it literally would have fucking missed you. Yom to left. I'd be a pair of smoking boots right now. Anyways, we better get on with securing the area so that Y'shtola can bring up the rear with Ariel. I think it's pretty secure currently. I don't want to drag that poor child back here, but she's the only one who can access the controls. Yeah, get Aiko back in here, make a horrible joke about Final Fantasy IX. The Final Fantasy IX remake is really true. It is happening, and I'm not sure I like the idea. Anyways, because, you know, they rumored it, and then it's kind of like been one of those things of officially having a store, well, because of the Epic Store leaks, but an actual starting, like, project name that they're hiding it under. So that swirling void is some kind of ripple in time. I mean, the series isn't that bad. A Wrinkle in Time. Except it starts getting off the fucktar Christianity ring about the third book in. Anyways, can't say I like the sound of that. You take care there, Ishnai. Sorry. Am I ADHDing enough for y'all tonight? Need more cowbell? I refuse. I am a fox. What do you think? Me answer to a farmer? I'm in the fucking chicken coop here. Eating all of his chickens. Or chasing them. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe around the time that I was born as a VTuber. Not sure. It's kind of timey-wimey, wobbly, mushy stuff. Actually, I've been using Fox stuff since I was like 12. Technically, yes, Doctor Strange reference, but also they stole it from Doctor Who. And I have actually only seen the first Doctor Strange movie. But, something I've come to bargain. I want to say Wamu, but that is a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I've been making too many jokes about that. Well, that's kind of pretty, actually. I mean, it doesn't quite match this, but not like it's hidden. It's not going to be hidden by the thing around the neck anyways, but... Don't like that, however. Unless you're making a joke, Rocket, of it being actually Doctor Who, but you're making a Doctor Strange reference, which, I mean, good that I finally caught up with the joke. However many minutes later. TARDIS, police box, pretty good for a while. Sci-fi series. My favorite Doctors have to be the first. I've seen some of the first one. 10th, and the one with the, I think, jelly beans, or was it scarf? It's been around for a while. The owl has always been here. Hatu Dagu is a ghost. Also, don't feed Mr. Owl, you know, a Tootsie Pop. Because technically, owls would eat it whole anyways, but I mean... good that I did not walk into that. That. Probably should have waited on that last one, but I mean... Holy fuck, free FIFO from fee FIFO from. I literally see English robot ton. Bad joke, bad. Bad joke, bad! We have proven ourselves worthy! There's the wings. There's the wings! Fuck! Was I supposed to go somewhere else? I'm... Go in. The healer went in, so no worries. Fuck! Fuck! Ah, 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 ah. Fuck! Nice, nice, nice! What am I supposed to do? Okay, if I have the green thing, I'm not supposed to go near. Even though I wasn't healed enough for that. I am sorry, other healer! I am so sorry! Oh, there's like 3 other people on this one. Giving the healer kudos for having to fucking deal with me. Oh, too bad Anastian hasn't showed up yet. Oh, good that y'all are here too. You do not disappoint, old friend. The path of the control room is clear. Everyone, follow me. The flow of aether to the core must be stopped. Pray, lend us your strength one more time, child. Child, lend me your strength and my axe. And my heart of the cards. Also, the amount of times we should have killed him is amazing. When Quick thinks winds back time, doing some Outlanders will be undone. I mean, either way, I'll still be on the floor from death. So history will be rewritten and Illuminati will rule over the New World Order! Like I said, pretty good Digimon game. Oh, if you think you can take Ariel from us, you're welcome to try. She'll go willingly. Foolish Uplanders, knowing of the G Codex are not known to just one. So there can only be one Highlander. The other thing is, why are we continuing to allow him to fucking talk? Just shoot him! But the damn thing's responding to him. Uplanders are slow seeing. Quick thinks never needed Gobby Girl from beginning. When the final core is activated and Alexander fully awakens, its power will be such that could entirely consume any who sought to control it. You were too craven to risk your own life, but you had no choice. Gun. Treasure hunters? But the treasure hunter is slow coming. Future has chosen. You poor deluded fool. You never did work it out, did you? Future doesn't choose us. We choose the future! Also, I'm an astrologian, so I deny everything that you're saying about this to some degree. Now, child. This entire storyline ignores that astrologian class exists. I like how it ignores the fact that I am Mikote and I am othered by my own kind because I wouldn't understand. Mind you, I do love the aesthetics of this place. I am steampunk fetish. Steampunk fetish! Now Dio's dead. Since the knowledge of the G Codex allowed you to disable the core, power stores are depleting rapidly. How can you tell? You don't have the thing on you don't have the thing on your face, the thing that reads the aether levels. Without the city aether, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing grinds to a halt and fades away. I mean, it's a primal. Better than blowing up! Ariel is glad to see Treasure Hunter safe, but how is Treasure Hunter sneaky hiding from Illuminati? She's a treasure hunter. Failed treasure hunters are the ones that are found and dead. I don't know. There was a great shaking and I was thrown from my feet into some dark, cramped place. Must have lost consciousness because I don't remember anything until a few minutes ago. Moments ago. Shut up. Two of you I'm throwing in a deep dark hole. Ah, sounds like you had a nice nap in a rubbish chute. You mean a garbage chute, Flyboy? But what matters is that you're safe. And with that, I think we can declare this operation a success. No, I don't. I feel like they're gonna pull something out of their ass and not be the end. Just yet. Alright, Sid. Quick Thinks had a few tricks up his sleeve right to the end, eh? We should have, like, literally shot him the first time we saw. Everything would have ended if we just shot him first time we saw him. We kept letting him fucking walk around even though we knew that he was causing problems, especially when he was outside Alexander, which meant that the time bubble loop thing wouldn't apply. We saw the Codex grant its knowledge to a child with a pure instant beliefs in its ideals. Seeing Quick Thinks do the same would seem that the crazy obsession is a suitable substitute. I mean, I know this is gonna not sound controversial, and I'm good at sounding not controversial. Children are fucking psychopaths. They learn empathy. They learn all the other stuff. And children are nothing but can be crazily obsessed with things. Not that it availed them much in the end. I feel the presence of the horn beneath us. You sure I could make a joke with that? Please rephrase that. And its core has become one, forming an instrument of unbridled destruction. If we do not stop the core now, it will soon grow beyond the ability of anyone to contain. It is little wonder that our foe has loathed to reach out to it with his own hand. Wait. I thought Sid was saying that the levels were dissipating and that it was going to disappear. Nothing about having to touch it to, you know, destroy it. Also, is Mitty going to touch it and be, you know, happy sacrifice kind of thing? Most honorable sacrifice, that word. Poor Mitty, eh? The last truly believed that her beloved was alive somewhere inside the steel beast. I can't imagine how she's feeling now. Give her time. It's probably the same because it hasn't been that long. The chief says the calculating device inside the Colossus, Alexander's brain, if you will, is still running on auxiliary power. See that device glowing red over there? There are ones just like it installed all over the place. No, really? You sure? I haven't run into those anywhere else than here. In a sense, I suppose it's like the entire Colosseum is one giant brain. I mean, Colosseum. Colossus is one giant brain. If Alexander puts full mind to something, I bet it could conceive of things beyond our mortal comprehension. Okay. Okay, I already talked to you. Mitty is so, Ariel is so happy Mitty is safe. Ariel has so many treasures to show Mitty back in shortstop. Yes, because, you know, like I said, we're not going to have an emotional moment in this at all. Not like, you know, they didn't pull it during the Crystal Tower. They're not like having a certain amount of What? No, it's a repetition here. I truly remember nothing. It was as if I was floating in a vast, dark emptiness. Were you a cat? Sorry, that comment just came out of nowhere, even for me. And yet I was not afraid. It was as though, for it was as if a great presence surrounded me in every direction, was watching over me. Its gentle eyes. Heidelin? The crushy guy that you had on? And we might have an emotional... Yeah, I'm throwing everything to the wall on this one. Will it be an emotional thing of her disappearing? Will it be an emotional thing of him appearing and then disappearing and saying goodbye to her? But seem our work here is done. Let us take our leave. No, it is not. We have to touch the thing. Caress the horn. Burn the horn. I wouldn't write it. I'm quite sure... You didn't double tap, did you? You didn't double tap! Why did you double tap? Oh my god. It's an acid robotic! It's an acid robotics! It's acid robotic! Damn it all. Didn't we kill that bastard? No, we did not. Minnie did. Stop adding we to things that we haven't done. Negative. Quick thinks better built own body, made stronger than ordinary gobby. Quick thinks is not unmade by simple flesh wound. Alright, Black Knight. Better built. 7 hells. That's not a mask. It's his face! Ah! He's more He's more machine now than goblin. Yes. Yes, Obi-Wan. I think everybody doubled up on their dose of stupid pills. Oh, Alexander, Lord of Steel and Whirly Cogs, outspread wings of time. Let ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment. Well, being that he's short, I will always have the high ground. True, but it's still higher than him. The Codex responds, he means to return to the past, Jack. Also, we are just standing here while we could come over here and, like, lop off his fucking head. Access denied? What means this? This red glow. Alexander is refusing to obey his commands? Or we're being invaded by aliens. Alexander withdrew his consent. Alexander! Junk brain machine! Quick Thinks is chosen one! Tongue flaps of Quick Thinks must be obeyed! Well, you're not speaking. You're holding your hand out and brain and consent is key, kids. Be taken back at any time. It would seem that Alexander has achieved what a simple flesh wound could not. First of all, he was shot in the back of the head. Secondly, since he's more machine than goblin, that meant that it wasn't a flesh wound. That was a broken part. Also, fuck all of y'all who could have attacked him. Also, double tap is a thing. Quite how and why is less clear. If I don't know better, I think say the machine had a mind of its own. No, it just has the spirit of a gobby in it. You know, William Afton. Well. Give me cats. Give me cats. Oh! I would say, would you look at that? You love Evelyn, my love, could it truly be you? Good of you to show up now. Oh god, he's a whale. He's a whale! You were in there all this time, weren't you? Watching over me, keeping me safe. You're not doing anything on my side of things. It's letting me die repeatedly because I didn't know how to dodge. But I mean, did it just blink twice? Bugger me, the machine's actually talking to her. As if the whole thing he knew about the blink twice shit. So his soul really was in the primal all this time. Chief, is that even possible? Shut the fuck up, you... all of y'all are stupid. All of y'all are stupid. Also, anime rules of if you don't find the body doesn't mean they're dead until they're actually completely confirmed dead. And sometimes they're still not dead. The core, without the codex to bridle its power, it rages out of control. Go, join your lover in the light, whatever. It drinks the aether like no primal I've ever known. We must stop it, lest Eorzea be bled dry. Yes, let's stand here and talk. Finally, I see. This is why you summoned me to this place, isn't it, my love? We're all having delusions of grandeur right now. The machine wants you to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. I thank you for guiding me here, Ishnai. And Ariel, know that I shall always treasure the time we shared. Farewell, my friends. Uh-huh. And we're not gonna stop. Okay. God damn it. I'm not gonna hurt this little girl anymore, but I'm gonna kill myself in front of her and not let her stop me. Cause her any more pain and suffering. No, I'm just gonna cause her internal trauma. Living in a world of what ifs. Could have saved her if I, you know, moved faster. Could have moved. My friends, leave this place. Leave now. Fear not. Alexander will not contain you. Sorry, I had a moment. Cat? Why are we leaving the fuck is wrong with us with leaving the cat? Okay, Schrodinger's cat, continue to Schrodinger. Or we may or may not know whether it's alive or dead by the end of this. Only you will be able to do the... Open the door. Blah 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 blah. Kingdom Hearts references. My love, what is this place? The final departure? Kinda? How to best put it? We stand inside a mathematical simulation calculated and projected by the device at the heart of the Colossus. One might equally say it's the dream Alexander dreams. There's so many references I can make. But if you stop streaming, does that mean we all die? Not making H.P. Lovecraft references. What of our companions? Are they... not a part of this dream. We don't matter. Their fate is not mine to change, Mitty. All that came to pass did so for a reason. History is as it should be. Free of the paradoxes that spell its undoing. Sure. At least they get one last time together, or unless they, like, die together romantically. From this place, unfettered by the mortal construction of time, Alexander looks upon past, present, and future. Past, once and future king, seeing infinite possibilities. I see what it sees and feels what it feels. This perfect machine, born from yearnings for an ideal world. Primal. Oh, if you could see the worlds we've seen, a world in which the Illuminati rule history with an iron fist, every nation brought under their yoke. I swear, if that is a possibility, that world kind of deserves it for just being so able to be taken over that well. A world in which Alexander spread wide the wings of time and swept the lesser moon from the heavens, averting the calamity. I mean, Bahamut's still gonna go take after him, but I mean, we're not keep making Final Fantasy IX references. Alexander dreamed all the reality is manageable. All the reality is mathematically computable. This is not really dreaming. It's mathematical computation. And in the end, it reached a single logical conclusion. It would change nothing, and it erased itself from history. Oh my god, it's the Wanderer! And Ruga Devada. But why? Alexander possesses the power to travel through time and space, and reshape history for the better, but such power comes at great cost. The sheer quantity of aether consumed in the process means Alexander itself may not immediately, but inevitably bring ruin to this world. I mean, there's always the heat death of the universe kind of thing anyways, so it's just according to how quickly or how slowly. This perfect machine, this supreme manifestation of logic and science, deemed its own existence a threat. How poetic. And it chose to do nothing. Leave history untouched and the future in the hands of man, with all his imperfections. Such was Alexander's divine judgment. Except they made me fight everything here. A time will come when the fate of this world is placed in the hands of one warrior. For reasons hidden to me, the future of that day remains shrouded in mystery, because maybe the writers hadn't finished writing it again. Yeah, I was gonna say. Even beyond the Colossus's ability to calculate. Therefore, it's not seeing everything! You've completely contradicted what you were saying earlier! Also, Alexander, you have chosen poorly. And yet, Alexander chose to believe that that woman and the light within her... I mean... I repeat, I will say this again and again and again. I am not a good person. I am not a bad person. I am an okay person. I'm an average person. Do not think that I am light or dark in the sense of that sense. Well, the thing is, when writing these kinds of storylines, what makes it the most fucking annoying is this was going to happen anyways, and there was no point in it. It's kind of like a dream ending kind of thing of all these things happens to this person and we wake up, oh, it was just a dream. This is literally a way of doing that. I met that woman, my love. I believe in her too. You shouldn't. There was but one single time Alexander was spurred into action. Not to change history, but to preserve it. Do you know how many times I was like dead on the floor, Alexander? I blame you, Alexander, for having to torture my other healer partners. Summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had potentially disastrous consequences for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures separated by Nereith. But they're currently, like, literally by cards! We have cards that separate different possibilities. And cards can be as thin as threads! I have not seen Hamilton. But I keep hearing Alexander, I want to play Final Fantasy IX again. Kind of like when I see moguls, I want to go play Final Fantasy IX again, because I love voicing them. For the Wings of Time, I haven't... The last Broadway show I think I went to see was either Les Mis or Cats. And those were off-Broadway versions of them. There was the traveling show. The repercussions would have been dire. I mean, you already said what the possibility of it was that they take over the world, which I repeat, the fact that they could take over the world means that our world was kind of too weak to actually do shit about it anyways. History would be written over and over again, each time bleeding the land of Aether, and in the end the Colossus would usher in another calamity. I mean, as the Ascians intended. Are you stuck in the ad break, Wolf? I don't know if you are. I'll wait. To prevent this tragedy, to preserve the circle of time, it has already begun set in motion. Alexander sent forth a humble servant to do its bidding. I want the cat! Give me the cat! Oh my god, give me the fucking cat! Of course he chose the cat. You know, not a reference to, Schrodinger's cat. Hi, Anubis, who showed literally up right next. A clockwork curl, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back into its proper... You know, if it's a clockwork coral, I think, since it would follow us around and all this other stuff and why we hadn't picked it up at all, I think it would be obvious what it looked like. I mean, like, if it felt like a not cat. Now one task remains. Putting this back into the PvP arena. Having become one with the horn, then take it out! The core mate is well nigh indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry. So we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away far from the reach of man. That was the point. That was entirely the point. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant, would repeat in perpetuity for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and us with it. Don't you see? We're already there. In coming here, I have closed the circle of time. I am all but certain of it. And how the fuck am I finding this out? When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said that it had the power to grant any wish, and so I took it in hand and prayed with every ounce of my will for the one true desire in my heart. To be with you forever. This is gonna be, like, literally, I'm betting since it's this is more than one infinite second, by the way, and all this other stuff, is they'll be having this conversation over and over and over again for infinity. Think about that. Also, the thing about the Hamilton play is nice and all the in history lesson and all this other stuff, but there's a lot that is kind of changed around for more artistic license and making it more interesting. Look at this, Ishnai! It's as if everything inside the barrier is frozen in time. I'll have to ask the chief what he makes of this. I mean, you could ask him, but I don't trust any of y'all because y'all are literally, like, absolutely chugging those stupidity pills. Arrow is back in Idleshire with the chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for Minnie, that is. The poor lass had always had a flair for the dramatic, but to think she'd throw herself into the core. Biggs, why are you talking like you actually knew her? That well, at all? And also, from the beginning, it's obvious that's what she was gonna do anyways, because her obsession with the guy. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it's all bad, and it does have, it's kind of, I guess, Schoolhouse Rock kind of level of things, where, things are kind of twisted for entertainment's sake, but it gets major strokes correctly. It's odd, though. I could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would trouble us no more. Or something of the sort. And for what it's worth, it has been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. Grishel wrap up. True, yeah. That is not the half of it. Take a look inside the barrel. It's like time is standing still. You know, what I'm basically saying, Biggs, is I'm betting we don't have to worry about this any other time in the future. In our lifetime. That's somebody else's problem now. Not sure if I know what that all means, but I'd like to believe Meaty and her love somehow sealed away the core for us. And I repeat, having that conversation over and over and over again, because he said within an infantile of a second, and that's a conversation softens the blow a bit, you know? I think that would drive me insane, living within that second. Do they know that they're living within that second? Because the way she put it was, she was basically explaining to him what he already knew. Well, both of them were explaining to each other what they already knew. As though both were in a different infinitesimal moment of time. Where both of them are in... The knowledge of one is not the same as the knowledge of the other, that the time that they are in. Because the guy did not realize about her thing of picking because she was informing him about the horn and being able to grant her wish. And basically they're trying to act like both of the storylines converge within that moment, but both of the characters on either side know things that the other does not, even though they're acting like both them know it to some degree. And the excuse you could probably use with the story writing is they needed to tell the audience what was going on more than the two of them what's going on. But both of them are still technically on two different timelines when it comes to knowing the information that is being shared. It's seconds apart, but it's still... Sorry! I'm overthinking this! Well, I mean, a better way of doing this, and the key of this is a Dear John letter kind of thing. It's annoying as fuck when they have those Dear John letter kind of things. Just when you think what's happened inside the bear, perhaps I'll head down and take a look for a second. Ooh, I'm getting all these music. Biggs has been reflecting on your final confrontation. Don't hurt your poor little brain, little Biggs and Wedge. Bless your hearts. I'm still not sure how we managed it, but I'm happy to be out of the godforsaken place in one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to Minnie. I want the kids! Give me the kids! Give me kid! Sorry. The cat is too cute. Hold on a moment. Ishnai! She's what? Aye, Chief. Leave it to us. Bloody hells. Ishnai? Ariel has gone missing. I've been worried sick about the poor lass ever since we got back. If you're worried sick about her, why the fuck weren't you with her now? Both of you fail. Like, I suck as an aunt, babysitting the kids because they seem to go everywhere and nowhere at the same time, especially when they're really young. But y'all are putting it to a whole fucking new level. You know how you feel if you saw your best friend throw yourself into a running engine? Well, I don't know. I saw my best friend, die because I couldn't try and heal him because he was shot by one of those goddamn Heaven's Wards guys. There's so many comments I can make about stuff my character has seen about how would I feel if... Thank you for making assumptions, Biggs. Yeah, this is also along the line that I saw Shiva or Yasel literally throw herself in front of the shooting Imperial huge ship to save us. So, I don't know, how would I feel if I watched my friend sacrifice herself right in front of me? Sorry. I'll wait till she'll run off somewhere and the two of us used to frequent together. Wedge and I will have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarters? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself in any more trouble. Somebody put a fucking leash on her! I'm trying to think of all the other characters that have died in front of me that are important. I mean, the Sultana died in front of me, but she wasn't dead. But I mean, I wonder how I felt in that moment. I don't remember seeing both of you up here. I remember seeing Mitty up here. Oh, it's Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? I don't know. Why? Oh, why are you here? Why does anybody go anywhere? We're going that far on the questioning line. Everything the Light Warrior touches dies. Or gets, like, hurt emotionally, like, tormented emotionally, like, kind of thing. Has a bunch of stress on their lives that, you know, might cause them physical pain, also, like losing an arm. Oh, it's Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Well, I don't know. It's also raining, and it's been raining the entire time I've been here, kind of thing. Off and on. Ariel is sorry for worrying Uplanders. If you were sorry and really didn't want us to worry, you'd leave a note or something to say we were, but I mean... Ariel just wants to go to a quiet place and do some back thinking. Rain isn't quiet. I mean, it's soothing for me, but I mean it isn't quiet, though. I'm quite sure some of them would somewhere along the way. They don't do it Genshin style. Because they do, if I remember correctly, start moving more into having the side characters actually side character. Running out of giant whirly cogs, Ariel feels something rattling in pocket. So Ariel reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Ariel's favorite treasure. But it is dark. Even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow for Ariel. Not anymore. Being that Alexander, well, technically Alexander is still there, yes. It's the fact that Alexander is still there, and that is still there. He was supposed to erase himself from time and space. He is still physically here in space. There you are, child. We were worried sick about you. What's that, Ishnai? Is something ought to miss? I don't know, ask her. I'm just... here. Absolutely not ripping this story apart. The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were I to guess, I would hazard it's because the experience has served to open her eyes. But we also had a madman be able to do it. Also, Minnie, you weren't gonna hurt her anymore. Now she's too depressed and too uninnocent to be able to, you know, use the stone anymore. You lied. You broke your promise. The G Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off for anyone who harbored even a sliver of doubt as the merits of the ideals it espoused. Big thanks, Minnie in her youth, Ariel. Though their reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, childish innocence, none were thought to question the words within, so the Codex opened itself to them. But now, Ariel has seen with her own eyes what blind devotion those ideals can bring. I guess. And she is not the naive child she was before. Thing is, and I'm going to be key. The big, huge, round key on this. Mainly because time is a circle. That's the reason why I said round. Is you're implying in this world of Eorzea, where there's death everywhere, there's racism with against gobbies. An entire calamity happened 5 years ago. 3 years ago, she saw 3 people murdered and a guy getting sucked into a big machine. She didn't lose her innocence then, but now she did. Am I hearing that correctly? Or maybe she was too young to comprehend it past that? I don't know. But sooner or later, you have to stop dreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In doing so, you are forced to confront your own failings and deal with your frustrations at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Yeah, everybody seems to have such high expectations, but they haven't realized them. Hells, there may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again. But more often than not, you emerge from it all with the same something you can hold on to, carry it with you into the future, and that will be a damn more sight for you than some starry-eyed ideal. What if it's something you build up in your brain and then you have a brain injury and then you can't remember it anymore, therefore you can't carry it into the future? Just saying, as somebody who has a brain injury who is missing a lot of her memories and cannot carry it to the future. I know this is like one of those things of limited situational kind of things where you're like sitting there going, everybody has this problem, but it's like, no, I'm over here, I can't have this. You know, I'm special. Say, everybody can eat this. No, I have such and such allergies, or whatever. It's like one of those contradiction things of being the outlier or something. Ariel understands. Ariel will collect more and more junk, build a city of great treasures with own hands. Why are you encouraging this? That's not what he meant. That's not what he meant! God, you just told her to become a hoarder! You have given the approval to become a hoarder. Ariel has one wish. Not glowstone is a piece of Medi's dream. Ariel will give it back to Medi. Just throw it at the fucking Alexander. If it bounces off the shield, yeah. A noble wish, child, that we could grant, but I fear the steel giant and all that lays within that barrier is far beyond the reach of mortal hands. There are openings by which the hand is through the barrier still, I think. Therefore, open the door to it. I don't know. I haven't looked very close at it. Frozen in a single moment of until the end of time. That's a fate I do not wish on anyone. Well, also an aside thing, and the key of this aside thing, if it's within a second moment, an infinite moment, would they realize within that moment that this is a moment? Or would it always just be the moment kind of thing? Not understanding where time and space is moving along outside of this moment. Kind of like how, okay. Well, come with me with this. King Crimson. Sorry, I had to make the joke. I'm sorry. Kitty! Also, the reason why it walks so strange is clockwork. It's just, yeah, I saw the king. It's so cute! But look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? And knocking things off. Tables, like Good Cat. And out of people's hands, like Good Cat. I'm reminded of the apparent ease with which this little curl seems to have slipped in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I would send her with Ariel's glowstone without a moment's hesitation. But where's the button? This. Two meows? Might it suggest a willingness to try? I was going to make a different statement, but I guess that's what's going to happen now. But it also, I'm going to throw this out there, probably the reason why it's doing this as well is because that currently is a paradox or an abnormality in time, the fact that she has that codex piece. And this is tying up loose ends. Giving a stone to a cat with the hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now I think I've seen everything. You think those two will ever be free of that place? I don't know. Game developers, are you gonna have a continuing quest line from this, kind of like the Crystal Tower thing? In later expansions? Fuck if I know. Mayhap one day when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, one might say their fate is in our hands. No pressure though, bitches! Leave to Ariel. Ariel works hard. Builds sparkly feature for MIDI. As long as it's building and not hoarding, which are two different things. Unless you're building to hoard things, more things, kind of like... shall we, child? And with that, Ishnai, we must take our leave. For all you've done to starve off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude. I know. Go through this so much. I contacted Biggs and Wedge to let them know that they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Ariel is safe, and there's also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. They said they'd be waiting for you back at... You know, I still have a Pearl Link! We have it moved from the spot. The fact that you contacted them on your Pearl Link to tell him not to search for Ariel means that if worse comes to worse, you can hand me over your Pearl Link. You know, hand over the cell phone, bitch. If you're planning to shortstop, I'd ask a small favor of you as well. Pray, deliver this volume to the back Ricks and tell him that I believe it is which he seeks. Till we meet next time. Rub the pearl and make a wish. I mean, there is some technique that has to come from the rubbing, though. I don't know, if you go ham, you might piss it off enough that you might get kicks to the face or something. Sleep on the couch. Thank goodness Ariel is safe. With all the Illuminati stragglers running about, I feared the worst. The girl could at least have the courtesy to tell someone before she goes wandering off like that. The girl was having an emotional moment! Also, y'all don't have any right to stand on anything about leaving without making comments. Here we are then, at the end of another harrowing journey. Yeah, I know, right? Stop fucking breaking the world, people. And still with all of our important bits to boot. I feel like that's a challenge for me to, like, remove different body parts from you because I'm pissed off at you. Wait, my favorite wrench! Oh dear, I hope it isn't lost in time and space somewhere. Thank goodness Ariel is safe. With all the Illuminati stragglers... I already read that loud. Now, Ariel is safe. It's shortstop for now until she wanders off and everybody seems to ignore. Uplander thanks Backricks, Uplanders being present for Backricks. Actually, it's just me, but yeah, we'll continue to use the royal we. Judging from the wear and tear of this parchment, this elegant pinned document entrusted to you by Ishtala appears to be quite ancient. Nah, just 3 years. This is something else. The Charlatan legend book from Ishtala. Backricks has waited for legend book for a long time. Backricks has been reading about many things. About the G-Codex and the blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobbyflock from giant whirly cogs, Backricks think. Is the blue-haired Uplander still a past version of you? Or is this still referencing the fact that they get out and I have revealed something of a future storyline? Or am I thinking too much into this and should shut off my brain about this? Now giant Whirlycog sleeps and Gobbyflock safe, but still, Backricks would fill Braincase with knowings, fill pages of Watcher books with data, let Backricks see. Oh good. Are you gonna fill in the missing gaps, I'm guessing, maybe? Yes, this is Backricks. Are Backricks' eyes playing tricks on him? Boy, are you feeling alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. Page tells fairy legend of Hotgo tribe. Uplanders of blue hair. Many, many years ago in olden times, was it like 500 years? Or, two children, a boy and a girl, stepped out from the belly of a great... God fucking damn it. Aloy, get back here! Belly of great steel giant. The two children grow to man and woman, becoming father and mother of great people of Hotgo. Names are Diane and Mitty. Look at handwriting. Even faces are sleeps. Egads, if that's our Mitty and Diane from... Why, that means that one day they'll be free from their fate and reborn far, far in the past. Is that a good thing if it's far, far in the past? I mean, you don't have, you know, nice things like, you know, indoor plumbing. After searching for nearly an eternity, they finally found the perfect world they were searching for. In the past, where, you know, diseases can kill you. Where, like, a simple scratch can literally end your life. It may be just a fairy tale, but I, for one, would like to believe it. Yeah, gamer designers. And fairy legend goes on. Two children stepped out, a steel giant holding a small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but holds stone in hand, shiny eyes. Glowstone of... Ariel. I'm done. I'm done! We are monitoring the rest of this. Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragment you gave to that girl a few moments ago now features in a legend from ages past. That can't be possible, can it? Come back here, cat! Sorry. At this point, I am ready to believe anything. But that reminds me, there's something I wanted to ask you, Ishnai. Fuck no, go away, I hate all of you. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our asses fried by the Colossus inside a Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then, a feeling that chilled me to the bone. As if something terrible had happened that I couldn't for the life of me remember. Your death?! What do you mean, open a new one? The Chocobo's not kind of nice. It's on my other character, but account, but no. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when you were going in and out of time? Do you have any ideas what happened to us when Quick Thinks was spinning the hands of the clock? I saw game writers sitting around a table, thinking of how to sound like they're more intelligent than they really are. Or show off how many goddamn sci-fi things have we read. You know, the Dune series, how about that? The Dune series, how do we go with that? Also, I'm an astrologian. Fuck all of you, still. Afraid I do. You're afraid you do? Well, that's not ominous in the least. On second thought, how about you don't tell us, thank you very much. You know, whether I knew or not, I just felt like fucking around with you in the sense of, I'm getting into your brain case. You'll get no arguments from me. There are some secrets better left... But secrets better left, and from the look on Ishnai's face, I reckon this is one of them. I looked happy! It could have been a good thing! I looked mischievous and happy at the same time. It could have been an amazing thing. If I looked like I was like, horror, like, it was the apocalypse, everything was destroyed. That would have been a different thing, but okay. Hell, you could have been with Tataru. Wedge. How about that? That could have been your future, but now you don't want to hear about it. Anyways, it seems this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Except when it isn't, or they bring it back. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, and they'll keep appearing. But now that Quick Thinks is out of the picture, which we could have shot from the beginning, I got high hopes that Ariel and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse. Stop saying that it's a... Stop supporting the hoarder. In the sense of being a hoarder. Building stuff out of it that's actually, you know, not rubbish is a different thing entirely. Speaking of work, we better get back to the chief before the chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure, Ishnai. Until next time. I wouldn't say always a pleasure. Half the time I'm thinking about how many different ways I can punt you. And how far I can make it, according to how strong my character is. And what class my character currently is in. Damn it, give me cat, give me cat, give me cat, give me. Back to the past. I also need to go see the... If not for Uplander, Ariel would still be stuck in the belly of the whirly-cog giant. Uplander has Ariel's thanks. I mean, you wouldn't be there in the first place if I didn't come along either. Ariel is sad Mitty is gone, but also happy for Mitty. Ariel knows Mitty is in a good place. Okay. And we're once again going on this crazy theory thing. What if, since Alexander knew all this shit, and then made that little cat clock toy thing, says, you know, set things in motion. What if Alexander wrote that book so that we wouldn't have to worry about it? So it would help this child here get over the fact that she just watched her friend throw herself off the edge. Anyways, Ariel will build great kingdoms of treasure. Uplander can come live anytime. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Now that I've thoroughly, like, thrown out any idea that's come to my mind about this kind of stuff, let me see. Crap, no. You said, life support? No, Wolf, it was you that asked for it, right? Yep, life support. Are you still there, Lone Wolf? Is the stream still working? I won't do the whole singing thing until back, so I'll keep asking whenever you show up on. I wonder if smart scholarly boy does not have the answer for us when dashing rogue who is from the underground, I mean the underbelly kind of stuff, couldn't find it out. That works in logic. Actually, I'm gonna get another drink real quick. Be right back.